Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. I'm at Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park down in Area 1, just walking out the boardwalk towards the beach. We had some torrential downpours for the past couple hours. It's finally moving out of here. The rain has let up. It kicked me off the road. There was no way I was going to be out driving in that rain. So as soon as it cleared up, I figured, what the heck, come on out. Come to the beach. Good excuse to come to the beach and take a little walk. Give my friends a chance to get together. Surprise everyone with a late afternoon beach walk. A lone umbrella there. Still raining up to the north of us. They actually had more rain up to the north of us. There is some flooding up to the north of us, street flooding. Those darn flies are out here. I was hoping they'd be sleeping. The biting flies. Hey, thanks for the stars, guys. Looks like people kind of just abandoned some of their things here. I see some beach toys on the beach. I see flip-flops on the beach. Looks like people made a mad dash to get out of here when the rain came. Looks like the tide is going out. Looks like it got pretty high up here as well. It has been pretty rough with the storms. This rain we've been having is part of Cristobal. This is the very outer feeder bands that are coming through our area. But you can see the water came all the way up into here. Not good. Not good for those turtle nests. I'm afraid to see what nest number 4 looks like up there. You can see the water line all along here, the high tide line. You know, I was a little concerned here about just the possibility of some lunatic, the way things are going right now, all these protesters and the instigators, those looters and things, the Antifa people. As just a little concern of them maybe just stumbling onto one of my live feeds and jumping in here and start adding comments. So just as a little added layer of protection, I've given a couple of our friends some editing powers here. Some of our friends that follow along with us, that watch and are commenting, the ability to knock people off if they see something bad pop on. I want to try to keep this a happy place. Look at this. Look at this. The water did make it up to this nest. Just barely up to this nest. Darn it. Darn it, darn it. That's nest number 1 there. Boy, these flies are really, really annoying. I did not think they were going to be so bad out here. There's a little breeze. I thought I was going to keep them away. I'm going to get closer to the water. It looks clear down to the south. Everything's moving this way up to the north, northwest. So that clear sky is going to make its way up here. It might be a really nice sunset tonight. I don't know if Ursula's coming out for sunset. It might be a really nice sunset. Water's beautiful. Obviously, it's really churned up. You can't see the bottom, but it is beautiful. Kind of shallow out there. There's a drop off. I don't know how far down it goes here. Yeah, it gets about knee deep here. Then gets shallow again as you come out to the sandbar. Feels great. Boy, the water feels great. Should have wore a bathing suit instead of my shorts. Oh well. These waves are soaking my shorts. Couple white ibises over here. Couple little white ibises, our white ibis friends. Back up on dry ground here. Hey, Donnie. Donnie. I've actually seen a few people out swimming. But we pretty much have the park to ourselves right now. I parked down in Area 1 there. I only saw 2 other cars in the parking lot in Area 1. I don't know if there's a new nest over here or not. Over here in Area 2. A blackbird flying by. Yep, by George, there is nest number 11. Nest number 11. The last nest we saw here, that was number 10. There's number 11. I don't know if there's any more, but there's number 11. So we're up to 11 at Delnor-Wiggins. That's nice. Very, very cool. I don't know when that happened. It's been a while since I was down here in Area 2. That's good news. Strawberry moon. Yeah, we're going to have that big full strawberry moon. That's exciting. There's the old boardwalk at the north end of Area 2 with its ramp down to the beach. I don't see any of our osprey friends up in the trees. See some blackbirds. Oh, wait a minute. By George, do I see a little osprey down on the bottom, or is it a blackbird? I think it's a blackbird. A lot of blackbirds out here. Yep, a lot of blackbirds scavenging on the beach. Seagulls and blackbirds. Other than those gosh darn flies, it's really nice out here right now. 75 degrees. Cooled down a lot since last week. Unfortunately, it looks like this rain is going to be settling in here for the next about a week. Pretty much getting into our summer rain pattern. Showers in the afternoons for sure. Some scattered ones earlier though throughout the day. You know what? I just saw something back here. I missed it. I walked right by it. By George. It's kind of behind the boardwalk. I don't know if it's another new sea turtle nest or if it's one of the older ones. It's kind of hidden by the boardwalk. Over here on the left. I don't remember that one being there before. Oh goodness. That one is number 13. That one is number 13 right there. So number 12 somewhere else on the beach, but there's number 13. So we had several crawls. Successful crawls, new nests. There's nest number 13 at Delnor-Wiggins. Very cool. That is so neat. The girls are coming ashore. The girls of summer. The loggerhead sea turtles. Hello, Allison. So there's number 13. Sweet. I wonder where number 12 is. There's that. If you look close, you can see that blackbird sitting up there. I thought it was an osprey from a distance. I just saw the silhouette. See it up there, hopping around. I'll avoid walking underneath it, just in case. They're messy birds, those blackbirds. This little seagull over here, he keeps watching me, checking me out, hoping that I got something to eat, that I throw something down on the ground. See him over here? Right over here, the white ibis over here. And the little seagull over here, keeping an eye on me, hoping I drop some French fries. But we don't feed our birds here. We don't feed any of the wildlife at the park. They can scavenge. But that's about it. No ospreys up there. Hey, Paul. Thanks, Allison. It is good to see you on here with us. This was kind of a unexpected little walk here, and that's kind of how they've been happening lately. Just kind of impromptu. When the spirit moves me. When I have the time. Boom, here I am. So I'm always happy to see some friends tagging along. Yeah, I do. We're going to see if nest number 4 is still here. I hope it's still on the beach. Hope it didn't get washed away. We're going to find out here soon. That water did come up high. This nest got wet too. Nest number 10. I think that was number 10. That one got wet. 8, I don't know. Can't see the number under the ribbon, but definitely got wet. What a shame. Let's hope it wasn't underwater too long. Yeah, I think this is where nest number 4 was out here. Let's see if it's up here. These darn flies are so annoying. Flies are one thing, but the biting flies, man, that's a whole nother story. Another pelican flying by, heading down to the south. Starting to get a little brighter down there. A little brighter down to the south. Loving the little waves here. Loving the little waves. think maybe I've seen, 6 people out here, 8 people tops. Mosquitoes now too, darn it. Not only flies, mosquitoes. Well, nest number 4 is still out here, That's good news. Nest 4 is still there, it didn't wash away. At least the caging didn't wash away. Looks like it might have got wet, but it's still there. So let's hope for the best on that one. Nest number 4. So we saw nest number 13 a little while ago. You guys just coming on board with us. So that's the highest number we've seen so far here this season, number 13. See how far I can make it up here, fighting off the flies. Hello, Jan. Good evening, good afternoon. Paul. Hello, Paul. Get out in the water here, get my feet wet. Looks like it's still raining up towards Fort Myers, Estero and Fort Myers. Looks like there's some clear skies coming in behind me though. We did have some major soakers earlier today, major soakers. That's kind of why I'm out here. I got chased off the road by the torrential downpours. So I figure why not come out to the beach? Come out to our happy place. I don't know what number nest that is there. Number 9 maybe? Yeah, I think that's old nest number 9. Hard to tell. It's got old numbers on it, new numbers. I don't know where number 12 is. Saw 11 and 13. I don't know where 12 is. I don't know if 12 is down at the other end of the, all the way down in area 1. We did come in at the first parking lot there in area 1, but we didn't go all the way down to the very end of the park. We're up in area 4 now. I shared 2 videos earlier. Check those out. I shared 2 YouTube videos earlier today. One was a beach walk from a couple years ago. You gotta watch that. You really gotta watch it to listen to Roy. It's kind of amazing how much Roy has changed in the past couple years. But check that video out. Listen to him talking about his book. He had just finished writing his book, and he was telling me all about his book, getting it ready to be published. He was so excited about it. Had several chats with him throughout that video. Then I shared another one of my beach walk videos from a year ago. And it was a fun little dolphin encounter. Kept me busy walking up and down the beach. Wore me out. I got quite a workout. So if you're bored and you want to watch something easy to watch, kind of entertaining, no violence, get your mind off things, there's a couple more videos to watch, a couple old beach walk videos. Do take the time to go through my YouTube channel when you get on there. When you watch those, go check out some of my other videos, some of my old beach walks. It's really amazing how this park has changed over the years, and the different things we've seen, happy things, sad things too. The red tide, those of you that don't know what red tide is, you can get a dose of the red tide, see what it really looks like in some of those old beach walks. Sad. That was horrific. Months and months of red tide. I was pretty much the only person out on the beach. It was horrific. Hello, Emily. Emily Powers, the flower lady. See what number nest this is way back up in here. This is another one that's nice and high up on the dunes. This is where the further up on the dunes these turtles can nest, the better. Okay, that was number 10. That was our nest number 10. That is in a good spot, nice and high. Hopefully it'll stay dry. So no clue where number 12 is. We saw 11 and 13 down there in area 2. Look at that. Look at those little waves. I think I hear an osprey somewhere in the distance. Somebody asked if I had explained what red tide is. Well, I can't give you a scientific explanation about red tide. It's much easier to just Google it. Google red tide and you will learn all about it. And then if you search through my videos and use the keyword red tide when you're searching through the videos here, use that keyword red tide, you will see the devastation that it causes. It's pretty sad, some pretty sad sights. We saw some very sad things. The saddest thing we saw here on this beach here was a dead dolphin that succumbed to red tide and washed up on the beach. We saw several sea turtles, but hundreds and thousands of dead fish, all different types, all different species of fish here. Eels, fish, crabs. That red tide a couple years ago did not spare anything. Pelican diving into the water. Yes, it does smell like ammonia. It's horrible. You can't breathe. People with respiratory ailments definitely have to stay away if there's red tide. So far, no signs of red tide. We're doing good here, by the way. We're doing really good. No red tide. Keep our fingers crossed. That's the last thing we need to deal with. We got enough going on right now. We don't need red tide. Jan is on here. Jan is one of my security people here, keeping an eye on comments, making sure my live feed doesn't get hijacked by some wise guy trying to take a political stance here. But Jan, if you just pay attention to what the little icon is there when you're commenting, make sure you switch it from Southwest Florida Television to your personal profile picture there. Kind of hard to explain while I'm doing a live feed here. But thank you, Jan, for doing that for me, keeping an eye on what's going on here. Also got a couple other people doing that for me. I've given them the authority to knock off the bad comments. Gave them the power. So if you see a comment by Southwest Florida Television during the live feed, it's probably Jan. No problem, Jan. No problem. A couple other people that are keeping an eye on things are Jennifer Ann. I don't think she's on right now. Oh, you can reply as Southwest Florida Television. I don't care, Jan, until we figure it out. Another good friend that's helping out here is Jackie. I haven't seen Jackie on here. I don't know if Jackie's on with us or not. Oh, there's three little white ibises. Follow them around, see what they're up to for a little while. Always fun watching these guys, whether here or down on Vanderbilt Beach. The other day we were watching them on Vanderbilt, yesterday, following the ibises. Try to sneak around them so we're not looking up their butts. Joe Chard. Hey, buddy. My old buddy Joe from Marco Island. Joe, I saw those old photos you shared of O'Shea's back in the old days down on Marco, O'Shea's restaurant. Man, oh man, I spent a lot of time down there with my friends. Also out on the Rosie O'Shea. Out on the Rosie O'Shea. The paddle wheeler, the old paddle wheeler sightseeing boat down on Marco. That was fun. Nope, afraid you can't see any palm trees because there aren't any palm trees right here at the beach. You can see some pine trees, but not palm trees. Right now, we're looking at the birds. We've got sable palms. Sable palms on this beach. There's one sticking up there. There's one palm tree. So there's your palm trees. There's a big stand of those palms all the way down the south end of the park. The sable palms, but we don't have any of those coconut palms on the beach here. Don't see any big coconut palms on this beach. Listen to those waves. I've been keeping an eye out there. I haven't seen any dolphins going by. No dolphins breaching the surface out there. Greg Hubert. Greg Hubert is watching. Greg, the former commander of the VFW post in Bonita Springs, recently stepped down as commander. That tide is really going out here. Oh, I see an osprey up in the pine tree over here. Up in Area 5. Right on time. Our Area 5 osprey. That's the outer edge where you see those waves breaking. That is the outer edge of the sandbar, right where those waves are curling. Those are flies. By the way, every once in a while you'll see something go by the lens. Those are darn flies. It is fly season now. They are everywhere. I'm just loving the sounds of these waves. pretty shallow up here. You can see there's a fisherman out in the water. It's only maybe an ankle deep water out there. But there is an osprey sitting up in that pine tree, right up in there. Right there at the tip of my finger is an osprey. Boy, the ground is really uneven here. The bottom from these tides going in and out. Probably extreme high and low tides. I'm pretty sure it's an osprey, not a blackbird sitting up there. It's in its usual spot up there. Right up there. And sit there on the end of the branch. Come around. There, now you can see it. Just a silhouette of it up there. Just a silhouette. But that is one of our ospreys. We'll call that osprey number 5. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same one. It's always perched here. Kind of hard to see it. See its white belly and head in the shadows here. Hey Mark, it looks like you guys had some pretty heavy rain up your way a couple hours ago. Still pretty dark looking up there to the north. We're just getting up to the end of the park, to Wiggins Pass here, to the north end of the park. I still didn't see nest number 12. I don't know where the heck that one is. I saw 10, 11, and 13. So if it's not around the corner, it's way down at the other end of the beach. But we've pretty much just about walked the entire length of the beach here at Delnor-Wiggins. I'm not really seeing any shells. I've been looking for some neat shells. Not having any luck. Here's a piece of a cool shell. Just a piece of one. Hey, how are you? Good. Here's a piece of a big old lightning whelk shell. You know, look at that. Look at that. That's just like the stem of an old lightning whelk. But I could imagine back in the old days, the Indians taking that and using it as a spoon without that chip in it. That would have made a great spoon back in the old days. Look at that. A spoon, a ladle. Can you see that? Can you envision that? Maybe it is. Maybe this is an old artifact here. Who knows? There are some interesting fossils here. If you take the time, if you know what you're looking at, and you pick up these rocks on the beach, there's some interesting things embedded in them. We have some friends of ours from New Jersey that come out and specifically look for fossils, and they have found some interesting things. You can see all the old shells embedded in these, but you'll find fish skeletons. They find some really interesting things out here as far as fossils go. Probably some shark's teeth up here, Linda. I'm guessing there's some shark's teeth up here. All these black things all over the beach. I'm betting one of them's a big old shark's tooth. Where are you? See how that's got that triangular shape? See how if that was laying in the sand there, it would kind of fool you. You'd think that's a big old shark's tooth laying there, but it's just a rock. It's just a big rock. All these little black stones and little black pieces of shell. But I'm sure there's a shark's tooth down here somewhere. This is where you would find them too. Look at all that. Look at that sky. That ominous sky, that is moving away from us, moving up to the north. Nice breeze out here, blowing the flies away. Look at that sky. Oof. Nasty looking, huh? That's nothing. That is nothing compared to what came through here starting around 2 o'clock. Jump out here on the sandbar. See if there's anything out on the edge of the sandbar. I don't think so, though, with these waves. It's just kind of washing it away. They're kind of washing things away. Yeah, piece of a little king's crown, a crown conch. An old crown conch. Darn flies out here. They are a nuisance. Guess I'm just gonna have to break down and put on my bug spray. There's a cockle shell. See the cockle shell down there? Nice little cockle. Nice little cockle shell. Nice colors on it. That's a nice looking shell. A nice looking cockle. That's not very funny, Jan. Now I'm going to take your power away from you if you keep making comments like that. See, you give somebody an inch and they take a mile. Same old story. Where's a little piece of finger coral? Nice little piece of finger coral. There's always something interesting out here if you just stop and take the time to look. Seeing lots of fighting conchs in all different conditions. Some nice ones, some really old, worn out ones, the old fighting conchs, the Florida fighting conchs. The breeze is really kicking up out here. Seagulls flying around here. I hear an osprey. I don't know where it is. Maybe that one in the tree behind me that we saw. Up at Wiggins Pass. The tide is definitely going out. Definitely going out because that water looks like iced tea in Wiggins Pass. Deep dark brown. That's the color it gets as it goes out. If there's anything got caught in here. A lot of times in these little pools here, these little tidal basins, you find some neat little shells. Sometimes you find some starfish in here. Hermit crabs crawling around. Definitely seeing a good amount of the empty, sadly the empty Florida fighting conch shells. I have not seen a live one of these guys in quite a while. Actually, since the red tide a couple years ago. I don't know if anybody else has seen some live ones here at Delnor-Wiggins, but I have not. The only thing I've seen in them are some hermit crabs. There's a piece of a cockle down there. Is that a whole cockle shell or piece? Nice. See that? Another beautiful cockle shell. Gorgeous colors on these cockles. There's a smaller one down there. else is down here? Oh, another little piece of coral down there. Another little piece of coral. Finger coral. I know I'm walking past some shark's teeth. I just can sense it. If Linda was here with me, she'd be finding them. So many little black things in the water. Little black stones. Black little bits of shells, broken shells, little blackened bits of broken shells. Very deceptive. So that's really Jan that you see there. It's not Southwest Florida Television. Well, Jan is Southwest Florida Television now. Look at that. Look at that little scallop shell with another little shell on it. That's a beautiful little shell there. Very cool. It's quite all right, Jan. No problem, sweetheart. It just takes a little getting used to. Another little fighting conch. Kind of hoping to see a big old pile of shells up here at the end of the pass, at the end of the beach. But with all these waves, they might have piled them up down at the end here. You can see how dark that water is. That's when the tide's going out with all the rain. See how dark that water is out there? It's moving out fast too. Not that pretty green color we're used to seeing. Pretty breezy out here at the end. Pretty breezy. Well, let's turn around and start making our way back down to Area 1 where we started. We kind of covered the whole beach here just now. We walked the whole entire beach. That was cool. That green, that's the color we're used to seeing there. Darn little snowy egret over by the bucket. Over by the bucket. You hear the shells rattling around in my pocket? Just for you, Jackie. Just what the doctor ordered for you. He called me up and said, "Can you please fill Jackie's prescription of beach?" I said, "Absolutely." Filled your prescription of beach. It was nice talking to you yesterday, Jackie. I miss my North Naples Country Club buddy. They opened up movie theaters here in Florida today at 50% capacity. A lot of people happy to get back to the movies. You have to call up and get your tickets either by phone or online. It's designated seating. You want to make sure they keep everybody spread out. There's something cool. It's got a chip in it. Well, there's a couple of them. There's several of them here. Several open cockles. Let me find a nice one here. Here's one. Boy, there's a lot of them. A lot of, look at this. Look at all the empty. Look at all the open cockle shells, empty cockles. They're just washing in here in piles. All these empty cockle shells just washing up on the beach. Piles of them. I wonder why that is. Right in this one area. There's one down there. There's more out there. Very cool. Maybe sad, I don't know. But I just wanted to show you when you put them together. A lot of you have seen this. The cockle shells. How they make that heart when you put them together. The cockle heart. The cockle shell heart. Isn't that cool? On the other side, some people say that kind of looks like an angel. It's so dark out here, but use your imagination. Some folks say that looks like an angel there. Boy, I can't believe how many there are here. There's probably 20 of them at least. Anybody that wants some whole cockle shells to add to their collection, get out here. Anybody just tuning in, we're at Delnor-Wiggins Pass State Park up in North Naples. Walking south along the beach. There's the osprey up there. You just really can't see them. It's just not good lighting up there. It is not good lighting. You can make him out there a little bit. You see his white head and white belly. It's very overcast and dark here. Calling out. Hear it? Singing for us. I trust you can hear that. Hey Judy, how are you doing, dear? Boy, the tide's gone out quite a bit just since we walked up here earlier. It listened to me and sang for me. The osprey. That is correct. Boy, not many people here. I mean, if you're a sun worshiper, obviously it's not a great time to be out here. But if you're a beach lover, nothing wrong with the weather. Nice little breeze. Right around 75 degrees. Bring your bug spray. You're gonna need it. The flies are out. Yes, unfortunately, they are biting flies. They are biting flies. I don't think they'll be around probably for a couple weeks. Hopefully they'll be out of here after that. So that tropical storm or whatever it is, storm, whatever, disturbance, whatever, Cristobal tropical storm is that direction. Way far away in that direction. But the rain that we've been getting is from that storm. It's the outer bands of it. Thought maybe we'd see some sand dollars washed up here. As the tide goes out, I thought we might see some on the sandbars. Haven't noticed. There's a broken one. Pieces of them. I see some pieces. Pieces of the sand dollars. We might stumble across a couple here. Those waves have been pretty rough on them. Pretty rough on these guys. I'm not seeing any whole sand dollars. Broken ones all over the place. Nice size ones too at one time. These were pretty good sized sand dollars here. There's not much left of them. They're pretty beat up. Remember, if you find some sand dollars, make sure they're not alive. Make sure anything you take home from the beach isn't alive. Make sure there's nothing living inside any of the shells you pick up. Don't take any living critters home from the beach. Starfish, sand dollars. Where's everybody at? Where's all our friends? Is everybody working? We're in Area 4, in case you're wondering. About the middle of Area 4. Take a look up to the north there. Roy's pine trees over there on the right, where Audrey's bench is. Hello, Audrey. Thanks for watching over Roy, Audrey. Lord knows Roy needs some people watching over him. Close your eyes, Wanda, and pretend they are. Close your eyes, Wanda, and pretend your toes are in the sand. Listen to the waves. Hey, after this live feed, be sure to check out those two videos, those two older beach walks that I shared on Facebook. I shared them from YouTube. Check them out. One was just, it was just Roy. I just want you to see Roy. Just see Roy, what he was like a couple years ago, how enthusiastic he was about that little book he wrote. Had some couple of little chats throughout that video with Roy. That was the beach walk that was a couple years ago. And then one from last year, the one with the dolphin encounter. That was one of our fun little dolphin encounters where I just chased him up and down the beach, and you can hear me huffing and puffing. That son of a gun wore me out. But it is always fun watching those dolphins. That's one of our favorite things to watch here, to follow, is the dolphins. Haven't seen any yet this afternoon. Haven't seen a lot of anything. Not many people. Just about have the beach, the park to myself. Very nice. That looks like Ursula up there in the water. Still raining up to the north. Definitely rain up to the north. Looks like we have a hole in the rain, a break in the rain though for us here in Naples. Looking down to the south. That tide is really going out now. Really starting to go out. Boy, big difference since when we first walked out here. There goes some pelicans. Some of our pelican buddies flying by. Still have not seen a whole sand dollar, just broken pieces. Just broken sand dollars. They're out there, that's for sure. No doubt about that. There's times when you can just come out here and fill buckets with them. What's up, kiddo? I thought maybe it was gonna, I thought it was, air hugs, yeah, there you go. I thought it was gonna maybe be a nice sunset tonight, you know, with the clouds, but are you gonna stick around for sunset?
I think it might be.
I think so. It's like a hole in the rain. You're willing the sunset?
I'm done with the rain.
There you go.
I know we need it.
Yep.
I'm done.
I think we had enough for this week.
Yes.
It was.
Days of clouds
It looked
here.
like out where you live. It looked like it really came down out there.
Today?
Yeah.
It was, but it wasn't cold.
Really? It must have just missed you. It was because it was black as coal around 2 o'clock.
Hi, everyone. Who all's on tonight? Let's see.
Oh, not a whole lot. They're coming and going. Lourdes, Cindy,
Cindy
Jackie,
Darling.
Cindy Darling, Jackie. Oh, Jan.
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 Jan, you gotta watch out for Jan.
Jan, you gotta watch out for Jan. I gotta keep an eye on her when she's on here. You never know what Jan's gonna say. Have fun. Cindy. Are you counting down the days till you're here in Naples? Looking forward to seeing you here, Cindy. Look at the little patterns down here in the sand under the water, the little ripples. Gotta wait for the waves to calm down. Look at that. Isn't that neat? How the waves overlap the sand like that. Okay, thank you. It's so neat when the tide goes out and you just see the sandbars with all those little ripples in them. It's kind of, the water's cloudy from all these waves. But there, you can see them over here. You get the idea. So Ursula's going to hang around for sunset. Could be interesting with all these clouds. Could be interesting. You guys are just getting in an extra dose of beach time today. Man. Between this beach walk and then Ursula's sunset. Hours and hours of beach time. What's for dinner tonight? Let's see. What did Gail make for dinner? Oh boy, she made... It's nothing fancy. But I bet it's a lot of people's favorites. I bet a lot of people like it. She's making chicken wings. We're having chicken wings. Yes, sirree. Love chicken wings. Chicken wings and coleslaw and potato salad and baked beans. Homemade potato salad, by the way. Homemade coleslaw. None of this store-bought stuff. The only store-bought thing were the beans and the chicken wings. Her sauce is her own, of course, on the wings. Sounds like a fun meal for a Friday night. Ooh, yep, your Friday fish. I never was big on that. I mean, not Catholic. I was raised Protestant. My mother did always like to try to have fish on Friday. Grilled burgers, there you go. Love burgers on the grill. Hot dogs and hamburgers. Yeah, you won't find Gail out here too often. I don't know why. Every once in a while I can coax her to come out. I guess some people just aren't beach people. Hey Judith, how are you doing? Brisket. Cindy, nothing like a good brisket. A smoked brisket. Those are awesome. Put a brisket in the smoker. Oh boy. Anything in the smoker. I have several of my friends are just fanatics when it comes to smoking meat. You can take just a cheap cut of meat and put it in the smoker, and it's so awesome. Now I want some, Cindy. It's Jackie's fault. I want some of that brisket. Can you send me some? I'll expect it here before I go to bed. Judith, we are going to have another get together here. That is for sure. For sure. We will figure out how to do that. One of these days. That was so much fun getting everybody together back in January. I really wanted to try to pull something off over the summer here. But this darn coronavirus is getting in the way of everything, of everybody's plans. Not to mention what else is going on. Ugh. Oh, her wings. Oh, okay. I just saw that. I thought you were talking about the brisket. We're getting back to our starting point here, the boardwalk in Area 1. Nice little walk this evening. Glad we got to spend this time together. Little surprise. It was as big a surprise to me as it was to you, believe me. Really didn't think I was gonna be out here until probably Monday morning. But here we are. And thank you for those stars, by the way. I see got some stars. Thank you. Those of you that sent those, thank you very much. Here's the ramp. Here is the ramp and boardwalk back to the parking lot. The sea oats here with their tassels. I think it's so neat looking through the sea oats. Out onto the beach. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me this evening. As always, oh, Jackie, thank you. That's awesome. That is awesome. As always, thank you for being a friend. Number one and utmost, thank you for being a friend. And those of you that support or supporters, thank you for being a supporter of Southwest Florida Television. It's because of you guys, I'm able to come out and spend time at the beach like this and not be out working. You're the ones that make it possible. All your kindness and generosity, I really appreciate it. Got a really, really wonderful group of people here. And I just hope to see this group expand and get bigger and bigger, more and more people. Hopefully someday I'll get to meet every single one of you. That'd be just incredible. Incredible. Help spread the word, spread the good vibes. The good vibes. Spread those vibes. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I gotta run. I will, Cindy, I will. Thank you. Thanks for thinking of Gail. You guys have a great evening. Have fun. Enjoy your brisket, Cindy. Say hi to Dave. Jackie, big hugs. Hugs to everybody out there. Virtual hugs. No hugging with the coronavirus, but you know what? I've cheated and hugged some of my friends, and I'm still here. Somebody's watching over me. Hey, interesting. Use your crock pot as a smoker. Interesting. Tally-ho, Judy. All right, I got to run. Thanks for watching, everybody. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.